Hello, I just wanted to make a video about making self-loving choices and choosing happiness and choosing things that are good for you, and to not be afraid to let go of things that are not good for you. I can only speak from personal experience, but something that I've noticed in my own life is that when I am around things that are good for me, that make me feel happy, and when I walk away from things or situations or people that don't feel right, that don't feel good, good things come into my life. It's almost as if the world around me is a reflection of my inner state. And so if I keep placing myself around something that hurts, that feels bad, what am I going to see around me? Probably not uplifting things. Don't be afraid to be different from the masses, okay? There are so many people on this planet right now who are copying everyone else and desperately, feel desperately confused and upset and like there must be something wrong with them when it doesn't bring them happiness. I personally feel that there are millions, literally millions of souls on this earth just playing along, just being normal. I couldn't use both my hands, otherwise I'd drop the camera. Doing what they're supposed to do and feeling very, very confused and upset and alone and very, very disillusioned when that doesn't bring them happiness. I feel the reason for that is the culture that I see around me most often is ugly, it is imbalanced, it's not natural. And so if we're all copying the culture that's dominant at the moment, we can't expect happiness. A lot of people will criticize you and mock you and try to pull you back into line and try and get you to do what they're doing because there's safety in numbers, and don't be different, don't deviate from the norm, because it's really, really threatening to see somebody being different. But be yourself and do what makes you happy and what feeds your soul. Don't chase after money if you've noticed that money does not bring peace to you and does not uplift you and make you feel alive. And you know that feeling when you hear a piece of really stirring, rousing music that gives you goosebumps all over your body and makes you feel alive and inspired, and like life is beautiful. I don't think copying mainstream culture creates that feeling for anyone, really. I think there are too many people wandering around copying something that doesn't make sense to them in their heart, at the core of themselves, just to have the label normal. But this life is a one-time gig. I believe in reincarnation, but even so, this current incarnation is a one-time only thing. Is it more important to be normal as the society around you sees it, or to be happy, to feel alive, to be fulfilled. So don't be afraid to be different. At this time, for humans, we need people. We need people to show another way, to set an example of living differently to the norm, to what most people do, living differently and being so considerably happier. We need, but someone has to start. Someone has to get the ball rolling. Someone has to provide those examples. And it takes courage and bravery to trust your own knowing, that when everything around you is telling you that what you want to do or what you want to choose for your life is wrong, it takes real courage to listen to yourself and stand by what you feel and you believe and be different. But we need those people lighting the path for everyone else, showing that if you listen to yourself, it might not be what most people do, but it brings such happiness and joy. So be different. Don't be afraid to be an individual and to set an example of someone who's not following the crowd, but who is just living in a very rich, satisfying way. Because by doing so, you give other people the courage to do that. Society desperately needs to change into a more balanced, natural, self-loving way of life. We need you. Let's get to work.